Hey everyone, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is an AMRAP for 20 minutes, as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes. It is called Year End Hustle because we are at the end of the year. Welcome to December. Do not give up on yourself because it is the holidays. Push yourself through and you will stay on track. So it is 12 goblet squats, 12 V-ups, 12 kettlebell high pulls, and 12 hollow hold presses. So you're going to keep doing all those rounds for 20 minutes and see how many you can get. I'm going to show you all the movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. All right, guys, so the first movement is going to be our goblet squat. So let's just go over the squat movement really quick. So we are going to be nice and straight and upward with our upper body. We never want to be bending forward or back, especially with the weight. We want our feet to always be flat on the ground. So we're never going up on our toes or back on our heels. Always completely flat on the ground. We want to be hip width apart or slightly hip width apart, no wider than that. We're going to point our toes slightly outward because our knees are going to follow our toes. So if our toes are pointed forward, our knees are going to go forward. If our toes are pointed slightly outward, our knees are going to go outward, which is what we want. That's going to keep us nice and straight and keep us from rocking on those toes. So we're going to come down. Our knees are coming out. Our chest is staying up. And we want to come down to at least parallel to the ground. So this leg is parallel to the ground or slightly below and come up. But, however, the caveat here is if you find yourself coming down to parallel and then you start rolling on those toes, come down as far as you can without the roll on the toes. So if it has to be above parallel, it's okay. That means we need to work on mobility. So hip, ankle, and knee mobility all needs to be worked on if you keep rolling on your toes before you hit parallel. Also check and make sure your knees are going out because if they're pointed forward, you're going to automatically roll on those knees. Your body is going to rock, which is what we don't want. So stability here is important. So if you're not ready for a weight, you just do air squats. And again, you want that good form, right, me? You want that good form. So if you're ready for a weight, you can use a dumbbell or a kettlebell. You're going to hold it into this right in front of you, and you're going to stay completely upright. Don't let that weight pull you back. We want your back nice and straight, that core nice and tight. So you can play around with the weights to see what you feel comfortable with doing this for 20 minutes. You can also use a band where you can do kind of like either a back squat. So you have the band rested on your shoulders and you're coming up. Or you can do it in a front rack position where you're holding it and your elbows are coming up and you're coming up and down. The next movement is going to be our V-up. So, hi, Mia's looking at me. It's going to be our V-up. So we're going to come back with our hands all the way back and we're going to reach for those toes and squeezing those abs, trying to come up at the same time. You want to make sure everything is off the ground. So if you're doing something like this, you're not doing the movement. Try to get that back completely off the ground. If you can't touch your toes, and the modification would be knees. You can do alternating. The important thing is, like I said, getting that back completely off the ground. You can even come up to your knees as well. Again, back completely off the ground. and really squeezing those abs is going to be the important part here. High pull, kettlebell high pull. So take our kettlebell and we want the kettlebell to be close to us. We don't want it to be out here. So when we pull, we're going to keep it close to our body, and we're going to bring our elbows up and out, up and out. You're going to pull up probably about to chest height. You want to make sure you're squeezing those abs. You want your back to be straight, so you're coming down, pulling, and using those legs, squeezing those glutes at the top. So you're going to come back straight. Let me do sideways first. Back straight, butt out, facing forward. We're going to touch each time. So facing forward. And again, we're doing a high pull, so we want those elbows up and out. So we can also use a dumbbell for this too. So you're just going to pull. And you also notice that my knees are going outward, getting out of the way of the kettlebell or weights or dumbbell. And the other thing we can do is use a band. So we want to step on the band. We're going to pull the band through, and we're going to do, hold on, that's not enough. We're going to do the same movement with the band. Okay, hollow hold press. So this is kind of a 2-for-1 deal here. You're going to get those abs, and you're also going to get those arms. So the important part here is that when you come up into that hollow hold position, your legs and shoulders are coming off the ground. So your back is flat against the ground. I can't stick my hand underneath there. If I can stick my hand in, that means I'm not in that hollow hold position, so I'm not engaging the core the way I should be. So this is a hollow hold right here. So you're going to hold in that position, and you're going to do presses same time. So you're going to take a dumbbell, just one is fine, and you're going to press straight all the way up, come down, press all the way up, down, holding that good hollow hold position. You can go lighter or heavier depending on where you're at. If you have no weights, that's okay. You can grab your band and come all the way up with that band. If you're having trouble doing both at the same time, come up slightly. Don't bring your legs up, just come up with your shoulders off the ground and press upward. So those are the movements. It's 12 for each movement, and you're just going to keep going through those rounds, as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes. Good luck.